Hello, YouTube. We are back once
We are
again.
back.
Here we go.
We are back once again. My name is Jaime, and you can reach me at the Real Jaime1 on Instagram.
And my name is Will, and you can reach me on Instagram at OneTakeWill.
And we're back with episode 18, the big 1-8.
Big 1-8. We're 2 steps away from 20.
Yep, we're getting there. And today, it's a special episode of Meant to Vent.
We have a guest with us today.
First time ever. For the first time ever.
For the first time.
So we got a guest over here, and Chad, why don't you say what's up, man?
Introduce yourself, buddy.
How we doing, guys? My name's Chad. I'm actually music business partners with Will's cousin, and Jaime's done an interview for us before, so
Yep,
thanks
you
for
guys
having
can
me on
check
the
those
show.
out. You can check out those interviews on Heim Time Vision. We do Chad and the record label and 2 of his artists.
So I got to say right off the bat, my cousin never told me how sexy your eyes were.
I tell you what, man, it's honestly like a blessing and a curse at the same time. Like when I was younger, no, for real, man. When I was in elementary school, kids used to make fun of me so much. Like so much. And
Really?
like, oh yeah, dude. I was mascara boy until I was 12.
Oh, wow.
And then like one of the cutest girls in our entire grade told me how much she liked them, and
Yeah.
then everybody shut the fuck up.
Nice.
You and
That's how
Howard
it goes.
Stern. You and Howard Stern are on the same level with eyes. Man,
Hey,
I'm telling you.
If I can be compared to Howard Stern in any way, I take it as a compliment.
For sure, for sure. Oh, man.
That's what's up, man.
Hell
You guys
yeah.
enjoying this weather, man? Summer feels like it's here.
Man, I'm trying to get my hands on some kayaks from Dunham's, but what the fuck?
They're a hot commodity, yo.
Yeah.
They're selling out everywhere.
Man, I want to get my hands on some. We went tubing last weekend, and that was great.
Hell
I think
yeah.
we're going to go again tomorrow.
Oh, tubing down the river, some ice cold beers and no sunblock. Talk about a recipe for going to bed by 7:30 at night.
That's what-
Oh, you know it.
Before the sun goes down, you're asleep.
Yeah.
It's not even a question.
I was out cold after that. We got home, man. I was done. I was trying to get some from the lady, and I just ended up falling asleep.
All right.
Didn't get very far.
Okay, gentlemen. Well,
Yeah?
this is episode 18.
Episode 18.
And episode 18 ain't fucking around.
That's right.
Like,
We're
if you
coming
just
at
got
you.
something to say,
There's
I'm
no-
going to be
no
just
fucks
cutting you
anymore.
off in the middle of episode 18. Just be like, Yo Mama's episode 18.
Whoa.
Because that's the name of this episode.
Yo
And you'll
Mama.
understand why when it's over. Or why we're
Oh.
calling it Yo Mama. So this is episode 18, yo. And
Episode
so-
18, like your mama can't put the phone down.
That's what's going on. Episode 18, when sometimes you just need to shut the fuck up.
Damn.
I
Getting
broke
harsh.
the time limit
Already.
already.
We're not even 250 in.
That's what happens when you're in
Yeah.
the zone.
I already broke it before you, though.
That's what's up.
I beat you to it.
I'll put the alarm up. So, anyways, we are here, and we got our special guest, and this is almost like we got him backed into a corner. There's nowhere
Yeah.
to run. There's
Yeah.
nowhere to hide. We got Chad here on lockdown.
Yeah, even if I wanted to, I could not run.
You
got
can't
him-
leave
yeah.
this room.
We got him
Yeah.
in the Meant to Vent studio. We got him in it's like a Mentovention.
He's in the meant to vent zone.
My feet are hog-tied in microphone cords, literally. So I don't think I'm running anywhere.
So any of you
So-
kinky fuckers out there who like your feet hogtied,
Yeah, back up off me. Don't
Yeah.
send that to the Real Heim
I don't
one.
think- yeah.
We don't want no them
You
pictures.
actually, please send it to the Real Heim one. Please.
you can send it to
You'll
One
get-
Take
you'll
Will.
get 5% off
Yeah.
at my beat store if you send it to the Real Heim one.
Oh shit!
Enter
All
pro-
right.
Enter promo code at the Real Heim one.
Enter promo code hogtied.
Yeah, and promo code hogtied. I love that.
That's
oh
what's up.
man!
So I'm going to start off with some interesting news. I'll start off with
All
some
right,
news.
what do you
right
got?
now. We were checking out some of the headlines, and not the shit that's taking over all the news. There's some different news.
Different stuff.
Yeah, but it's current too. It's current.
Okay. Okay.
So, I guess, fucking,
Really?
I guess
Fuck yeah.
scientists. I guess these scientists, these archaeologists, were
What-
doing some digging.
Are they scientists or archaeologists? Which are they?
They had some like a team. It was like a whole exploration team. They had them all up in there.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about.
All up in them
Your
guts?
mama knows what I'm talking about.
All up in them guts.
So these guys was drilling, and they ended up finding a body of water.
Were they drilling like I was drilling into your mom
They
last
were
night?
drilling like Bob Dylan. While he was chilling after all them bitches he banged and needed that first dose of penicillin.
Chilling like a villain.
You know how it is.
All right,
they
get to the point. Quit
They were
fucking
drilling
around.
into Earth.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And they
Okay.
found a body of water. They had to stop. They couldn't go the full distance. They had to stop. They said something was coming up on the radar. So they found this body of water bigger, 3 times bigger than all of our oceans combined under the ground, 400 miles under the ground.
No kidding.
So what do you got to say about that?
So there's a giant swimming pool,
Where is this?
I guess under the earth somewhere.
Yeah, they were doing a dig. They
Yeah,
were doing like a
but
dig.
where though? Because I think that's a big.
Like
big
where? Yeah,
aspect.
where on the
It
planet?
it was somewhere near the equator. It was like some dig they were doing.
So
out
it
there for,
had to have
some
been
kinda
like
archae-
Africa, or what else is on the equator?
I'm not sure.
South America,
I ain't
right?
got no
And then
GPS.
Southeast Asia.
Oh yeah, Southeast Asia. So it's one of those places. I'm thinking maybe South America would probably be their best bet.
Probably. So I mean, but even so, like, man, no, you would have to think it would have to be, it would have to probably be Africa. I think continental size body of water.
Yeah, that
Right,
makes
okay.
sense.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's really wild to think about, honestly. Just because if that's true, then we've been floating.
You know,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like we're not attached to nothing.
No, we're
the
just
way-
floating.
Exactly. Make
And
you
that
rethink
bothers me
about
when you
buying
hear-
a house on water, wouldn't it?
Also, when you hear that like water shortage talk,
So anyway, I got
when
to
they
ask
find
a
in that
question.
giant, big old reservoir.
Yeah, I got to ask a question here. So they were drilling that deep. So did the Earth squirt all over them because they were deep drilling?
No, I guess when something picked up, they started doing some kind of seismic measurement.
Seismic.
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 They were doing some seismic
We're dropping new
measurements.
words on your mama today.
Sounds like a rapper's name, Lil Sizik.
Little
Little
Seismic.
Ooh, that's a
You gotta
good
add
rap
little
name.
in
No.
there.
Yeah.
No, dude, the best rap name ever is like the other day my buddy was talking to my other friend and he goes, "Yo, Danny Scissorhands," and I was like,
That's a beautiful name.
that is the best rap name I've
I
ever
like
heard.
that.
And
Danny
I was-
Scissorhands.
Oh
Have you
my
guys
God.
heard? Have you guys, speaking of that, have you heard that rapper that sound like fucking Mickey Mouse?
No, I have not.
Oh my god.
Who is it?
I forget what this dude's name is. His whole album, he said, I just wanted to be different. And it sounds like his helium.
Okay.
It sounds
I
like
just
his
wanted to be
helium
different.
is on helium. So if y'all get a chance
Wow.
to check that out.
His helium is on helium.
I mean, I can't even mimic the way this dude's voice sounded. It was like
Is it
the
higher
weirdest,
than me?
It was like the weirdest auto tune you ever heard.
That's crazy. So let's circle back around here though. So we have an ocean under the ground.
Under the ground.
Is it salt water? Is
Under
it
the
fresh
ground.
water? Can we go swimming in it?
Apparently, it's I think it's ocean water, like salt water,
That's
like
wild.
high mineral salt water.
That's bananas. So basically, if we were to take the water that we have now, which is dirty, and exchange it for the water under the ground, we just have a new clean ocean.
What if they did go all the
A
way?
new clean ocean.
Yeah, a new clean ocean.
We're just gonna swap it out like a piece of bread.
Yeah,
Just-
we're just gonna swap that shit
yeah,
out.
like you're pulling lettuce off your hamburger at the
Right.
restaurant. We're just gonna take that off real quick. No worries.
we're gonna swap it off with your mama.
Damn.
Damn.
This is episode 18.
This
Don't
episode-
forget, this is your mama's episode.
Yo, mama.
Damn.
What if they sprung a leak though, and that shit would have just like flooded us or some shit? Like if they just popped it through, it was like,
That's
Well,
what I was saying. It starts squirting
it was
all
like a
over the
beer
place.
funnel, like when you shotgun a beer.
Yeah. We all drowned.
I mean, the American response for me is it's far away from me. I don't know.
That's a good response.
No, I mean, it's like I feel like once a year we hear about something crazy, be like, oh, we're causing the earthquakes, or oh, we're doing this, and
Yeah.
there's this thing going on, and there's apparently there's all this oil in Alaska too that nobody's going to mine because we own it and we're saving it for something too.
Right.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So like, who knows how long they've really known about this giant water thing? Because if it was actually fresh water and they found that, the egos of people alive wouldn't be able to keep that quiet.
They'd
be like,
So
"That's true."
if it's that secret, you know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So
That's
like
true.
if it was salt water, of course now they're letting you know because now it's not worth nothing to them.
Right. Maybe we've already polluted it because we've been like exchanging it for fresh water. You know what I mean?
Like the cycle of the ecosystem.
Yeah.
And like,
That's what we were hiding
yeah.
shit.
Somebody who knew about it was probably like, you know what? We found a new body of water. I'm gonna be the first one to piss in it.
Oh, sure, yeah. Honestly, that's the first thing I do every time I get up north to this place we go vacation at every year is piss in the river. It's the
See?
first thing I
That's
do.
it.
It's like marking your fucking territory.
Exactly.
This my water, bitch.
Right?
Right. I'm tainting it with my juices.
It's
Yeah.
my agua.
Yeah.
Back
This
up
is-
off my agua.
Oh shit. Yeah, but for sure, somebody pissed in it already.
Ask your mama,
Yeah.
get your own water.
That's right. This ain't the soup kitchen. Mama should have fed you before you came.
No,
Mama.
this is just that vacation hotel pool that you can't wait to get in, knowing people have pissed in it before.
Oh man.
That's what this is.
You ever
Right.
show up
But you're still excited about it.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. Like, you're still excited to jump in it, but you know that every piece of crotch fruit under the age of 5 has urinated in it
Yeah.
for the last several weeks of the vacation year.
Right.
So you know that that's what happened, yet you're still excited to get in it. I think
Yeah.
that's what we're experiencing here.
crotch
When
fruit?
they say
That is a great word.
Yeah,
There's a
for
whole lot.
children.
They're like,
Yeah.
there's extra chlorine in the water. I'm like, I don't smell chlorine. I
Right.
don't
That
smell
just smells
Yeah.
like urine.
Exactly.
Uranus.
Uranus.
Your mama's sinus.
So they decided what they're gonna do with this body of water that they found.
Yeah.
Well,
what's-
I guess
what's
they're going to
the
do some more
purpose?
studies, and it was just, another thing that the
Oh, yeah.
government gets to pump millions of dollars of our money in for some stupid shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, that about sums up how I
we
feel
might have,
about
we
it.
touched on this on the earlier episode. They need to
Yeah.
put the money in the bag for some other shit.
Put the money in the bag.
Just put it in the bag.
You know,
Put
I
it in
feel
the
like
bag.
if enough word gets out, somebody's just going to want to drain it and then fill it full of concrete and keep the water for themselves.
That's
Yeah.
the kind of shit that like gets you mad. And then which
Oh,
brings
yeah.
me to my next topic. I'm gonna hit on this topic. This is like the dumb shit that people do that just piss you off.
Right?
It's
Okay.
like stupid shit.
Oh,
Yo, yeah.
dumb shit you do that piss
Like
you
what
off.
the fuck? What, your mama didn't teach you nothing?
So, you want to start off with
Yeah, I'll
something?
start with one.
Yeah, start
I'll
with
start
something.
off. I'll hit it
Because
off.
I got something.
I'll do the
Yeah.
lead off. What about when you're already calm and somebody tells you to calm down?
That never works.
Like, man, back up off me. Tell your mama to calm down. Because I'm already calm.
You know who that works the least on is a woman.
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
That if you might as well just call her fat, cunt, and bitch in the same sense if you're gonna tell a woman
Yeah.
to calm down when
Drop
she
the
is
C
calm.
word in there.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, I mean, for real. I've never done it, but I tell you what, the thing that people do that piss me off the most is, and this isn't for the moms, this is for the dads out there and their sons.
Okay.
Don't fucking talk to me at the urinal.
Yeah.
Like, don't fucking talk to me.
Oh, man.
I swear to God, man, when I'm at the goddamn movie theater and we're all packed
Oh,
in there like
shit.
sardines because they've got 20 fucking movie theaters that all hold 90 people.
Yup.
But then their bathrooms have 8 urinals at a time, and there's only 2 bathrooms. No matter the one in the lobby and then the one at the end of the hallway that for some reason, with more people coming at that one has less urinals than the one in
Right.
the lobby.
Right.
So then you're packed in there like that, and then the guy who is like a row or 2 in front of you in the movie wants to come be like, hey, you remember that scene? Be like, nah, man, my dick's in my hand. Leave me alone.
I
Like,
know.
what the fuck? Like, did nobody ever teach you that?
This
Like,
is
don't,
not the place
like,
for free
yeah,
refills.
Exactly. Yeah,
Because,
correct.
that doesn't happen at a rock concert. When I'm at DTE pissing in the trough where we can all see each other's dicks,
Right.
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You've been there.
Correct.
You just got to get
Nobody's
it done.
talking.
I went there at 16 and I knew that.
Yeah.
That was my first concert. I actually snuck out in the middle of the night.
Or how about
And-
when you know you
and
make
my mom
it?
doesn't know that, and now she's gonna see that, and she's gonna know that on September 11th, which is kind of fucked up because that's my parents' anniversary too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but they got married in 1994,
Okay.
seven years before
That's good.
9/11 happened.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be horrible if they decided to do that after.
So their
Um,
wedding happens while the towers are falling. That would be terrible.
Big
Yeah.
time. Dude, what about Tom DeLonge, or how do you say his last name?
It's DeLong.
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 His
Your mama's
So
DeLong.
his name is French, and it's pronounced DeLonge in French,
DeLonge.
but the American tongue is DeLong.
DeLong.
Yeah, like long DeLong. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Like your mama like DeLong.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if he named his kid Richard and his name was
Yeah.
Dick DeLong?
Dick DeLong.
Yes. Dick DeLong. I'm going to slide this Dick DeLong in your mama.
Yeah, so I was reading an article with him.
Yeah.
He's actually part of some. He's been
Wait,
investing.
motherfucker. You going to let me get my anger out?
Oh yeah, we started slipping. My bad. My bad.
Yeah, that's what
Since
I'm
we
talking
started
about.
jumping up
Yeah,
Blink-182.
I know.
Go
Random
ahead.
people
My
that
bad.
piss you off.
What gets you mad?
And I'm telling you, this is recently, and I'm going to bring it back up.
Sorry, mama.
Yeah.
This shit that pisses you off.
These motherfuckers who are outside with gloves and masks on.
Yeah.
Why are you at the corner waiting for the light to change so you can cross the street? You got gloves and a mask on. What are you doing? You're not in danger. There's nobody around you. You're by yourself. Are you afraid of giving yourself the corona? Stop it. Stop this shit.
Like people in their own yards with fucking masks and
Yes.
gloves on.
Yes.
Yeah. Like what
I saw a group of people who were outside in a field. They were playing some kind of game. I don't know what the fuck the game was. The children, the parents, everybody had masks and gloves on. Like, you're fucking outside.
No, I can't do that outside.
It happened. It was real. And it was hot. It was like 85 degrees out. This was just 3 weeks ago.
If I'm not hanging drywall outside, I ain't wearing my mask
It was
outside.
stupid.
Your mom can
Stupid.
wear your mask outside. 'Cause
I was gonna say the only way I'm wearing my mask outside is if I'm outside with your mom.
Oh,
damn.
That's the only way I'm wearing my mask outside.
Your mama's vagina need to wear a mask because it's so stinky.
Hey,
Oh.
good thing I live 30 miles from her then, right?
So you're like you're the Al Borland to my Tim Taylor.
all right. So I got another article in the news for y'all.
Okay,
Oh.
If you
okay.
guys are
Article
check this
in
one
the
out.
news.
Sometimes I read.
Really? Your mama don't read.
Your mama knows I read.
That'd be a great album name. Sometimes I read.
Yeah. Sometimes I read. By Jaime and Will. So yeah, I saw this article. I won't get specifics into the area it happened. No, but there was these guys digging in the ground. They were getting some
Again?
other samples
People
in the
digging?
ground. Digging in the ground again.
All right.
Digging
all right.
in the
They were
ground.
getting samples for science.
Okay.
Some
Okay.
kind of scientific samples in the ground.
All right.
So what this guy discovered is it was in China actually. I
What did
think.
he discover? Your mom?
Yeah, he discovered your mama up in them samples. So she said hi.
Discovered
By
your
the
mom.
way, no. So yeah, so they were digging in the ground and they noticed this weird sludge of some sort over this area where they found these plastic bottles underground.
Okay.
So they
Okay.
started doing some studies and realized this was like a living microorganism, and it was literally dissolving plastic.
Wow.
Wow, that sounds like you're talking about your mom's vagina just dissolving dildos into her vajay.
Right, because if anything can be dissolved in a vagina, it's your mama's vagina. All natural.
All
So they've got a
natural.
bacteria that dissolves plastic.
Yeah, supposedly.
That's fantastic.
And my question is, like I said, is Mother Nature giving us a little gift, or is she getting ready to, get rid of us, prepare for life without us?
Man, if you think about that, because at some point, when we're all gone, it'll erase us from existence.
Because we got a lot of things made out of plastic, from the phones to our technology things, and that stuff will
Yeah.
be gone if it's
From
getting
the
dissolved.
very microphone that you're speaking into right
Yeah.
now.
Right.
you
Because
know?
we always thought the plastic would last forever. It would outlast us. You know what I mean? It'd be stuck in the ground for hundreds of millions of years, but now
Yeah.
it doesn't look like that.
You never know. You never know. What do you think?
I mean, you got to find a way to make it like usable, like from a human standpoint, because like just because you found something, now you got to find a way to make it like because it's going to be all financially driven. You know what I'm
Of
saying?
course,
At,
of
at-
course,
at this
yeah.
point, and like, but is there a difference between having these bacterial sites that now break down stuff and other toxic sites? Because then now you have that debate,
Yeah.
and I feel it like what you're talking about. It opens up this whole new can of worms as to what we think about when it comes to recycling.
Yeah.
Because if you can do that, and you could have it as an organism, could you imagine how many jobs you're going to lose in the recycling business
my
if you can do it
goodness.
with that? Because think about this. You would literally need, what 3-4 smart guys total on your payroll to split the hours for the week. You only need 2 guys there.
Right.
Opening up valves and opening up things. Maybe one guy with a D-class license for an F-lift, and
Right.
then one guy at the gate checking and cashing people in. That's 4 people per site every
Goodness.
day. And maybe 8-10 total employees. You
That's true.
want to tell me all those recycling plants are operating with 10 employees?
No, they
Never.
got way more than
Never.
that.
Exactly. So if anything, it's gonna, number one, it's gonna be expensive as all fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
Literally expensive as all fuck, and not to mention like who's actually gonna be able to get their hands on it, and it's gonna eliminate jobs.
But-
eliminate them.
Okay, now here's this though. Okay, so they're going to charge you to bring your waste so they can dispose of it,
Oh,
right?
and they're going to charge you 2-3 times as much because the people who discovered this are going to sell it for that much, so they have to buy it for that
So
much.
don't you think then that would add more value to the recycling industry because they don't charge, they buy it from you.
Sure, but I think it just makes it top heavy. Because
What about,
there's
what about
there's not going to be any middle range in that company. You're just going to hire people to do their part and the science behind it, and then you have no overhead.
What about the bottle return? Would that devalue bottles from the sodas and shit like that have those 10-cent?
That's crazy. I mean, that's a state to state thing anyway.
Yeah.
So and if what you guys are saying with this bacteria thing is true, that's a worldwide thing.
Yeah.
That's something that
Yeah.
every single country will be asking their top scientists to figure out immediately. Because of the not only of the environmental gain but the financial gain as well. That'll
True.
be a huge market.
Like,
if
look at
that's
all the
case.
plastic they find in the ocean. That'd be a whole nother segment.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, exactly.
It could be bananas.
I mean, they're barely getting cleanup crews together right now to clean the ocean. Could you imagine if they didn't have to get a cleanup crew?
Well, the big thing is the majority of your third world countries have no form of plastic recycling or any form of recycling. They just dump it, and it ends up in the ocean.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess that could be a quick way to get rid of that, but I don't think it would devalue recycling. I think it might add more value to it because they buy it and reuse it, and it would still it would maybe create like a competitive industry.
Interesting.
Sure. I mean, competitive is definitely a way to put it. You want to talk about some people who want to eliminate something versus some people who want to reuse something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's definitely some competition there.
There has to be a byproduct from this bacteria because you can't take something from nothing. You can't make something. You know what I mean? You can't go one way or the other without there being some kind of byproduct.
It seems like right now, too, they're trying to transition away from plastic. But then if they're able to eliminate it or whatever that is they're doing with that organism or whatever, wouldn't that increase the more production of it, which supposedly is like more pollutive when they're producing it from them factories or whatever they're using to make the plastic, those chemicals?
Well, I'll tell you this. I remember when I was a kid, and I know you remember this, there was a big push to move away from paper and go to plastic. You remember this. And now it's gone the complete opposite. We've come 180 degrees. You know, or full circle. We've come 360 on this because I don't know which one's better. Is it better for paper or is it better for plastic? Who knows? Who really knows?
And on that, I'm going to switch it. I'm going to switch it up.
You're going to switch it up?
I got a couple of things for you guys.
Your mama likes to switch it up.
You know she likes to switch it up. Sorry, mama.
Your mama only switches it up when I tell her to switch it up.
Damn.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Ouch. That's the same sound your mama made. Was ouch. No, just kidding. But here we go. I got a couple things for you guys. I'm going to hit you guys off with one of them. It's called Would You Rather.
Uh-oh.
So we've touched on these before. We kind of like to swing back once in a while.
Yeah, your mama like to swing it back.
You know, mamas be swinging. You get creative when you get older.
That's true. You got to.
You got it.
That is definitely one way to put it.
Shout out to the old timers. No.
Things don't have the same.
Shout out to the old timers. Yeah, whatever happened to swinger parties?
Yeah.
Right. You know they happen. They're
No,
just,
here's
just
the
more
thing.
discreet.
They definitely happen. We're just totally not cool enough to be invited.
You know it.
That's true. That's true.
We ain't in that group. We'll be at we'll be at the grocery store and people got that signal that they just pass them the address.
Right.
You
Right.
just got to be in that clique.
You get part of that little.
Everybody leaves their keys in the bowl, and then whoever keys you grab. Wouldn't that be wild?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Like
The
if
key
everybody,
parties.
no, but for real, like if there were 10 couples there, right? 10
Okay.
men, 10 women, and everybody knew they were getting laid. Okay, everyone in the neighborhood. Okay. Or your friend group or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
And if you got men's keys on one end or women's keys or whatever, and either the men draw or the women draw, and then you just draw keys, and then whoever keys you draw is who you go home with.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's what they used to have. They used to
Yeah.
have those, man. They used to be key parties.
Oh,
When I
my
was
God.
younger, that was like phasing out when I was younger in the 80s.
Do you know how drunk you would get for that party?
You'd have to.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
You'd
but
have to.
but do you know what the worst part would be? Is what if you got a really good draw?
Yeah, but you
That's-
don't know.
But then you're too drunk. But that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like, could you imagine? That would be the greatest reality
But
show
when-
of all time.
That was the snag of it. So it wasn't like you didn't pick your keys beforehand. You picked them up at the end of the night. So if you saw like what keys you had earlier, you could get, if it was the bad draw, like you had
'Cause-
Bertha coming over.
Well, that's
and
what's-
then you
But
could
there's
like
a neutral
over drink
host
and just
to the party.
yeah.
But
Then you
that's-
could drink and like throw up and get sick. But that's why they wait till the end so everybody had fun, and then you pick it. So the mystery you have to deal with, which you
And
got.
which the whole time you're anticipating because Todd always brings his fat wife Barbara,
Thanks.
and nobody wants to bang Barbara.
Yeah. And then you got Victor bringing Marianne over every weekend, and you're just like, why can't I get fucking Marianne?
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. And then, you got Jeffrey with his wife, Sandra. But Sandra's like throwing a hot dog down a hallway, so nobody wants that either.
And she's got that bob haircut. Nobody wants that Karen-ass shit right now.
That's how you know the
She
guy.
And it's like burnt red, too. Like, what is that?
And she doesn't do anal, and she doesn't suck dick. She's like a Betamax.
Yeah.
It's like...
That's how you know the guy that has the
This
host
is like
parties.
a Betamax.
The guy who hosts the parties keeps having them because he keeps having them until he gets the one he was looking for.
Yeah.
He was waiting for that one. He's like, damn it, I crapped out. Let me try one more time. Give it to me now. Like, damn it, I crapped out again.
I'm going to tell you what, I would be hammered at this party because I would be scared as to who I was going to get.
No, honestly, I feel like for me, I would just my only qualm of the party would be that I had zero driving responsibility at all. And then I would just show up there with a box of wine and just accept my consequences.
You know what?
That sounds like the most foolproof plan.
It does. It sounds like a good plan.
Because here's the deal: if you draw the bad one, so what?
You're still getting laid.
Yeah, at that point, so what? And then if you get the good one and you still fuck it up, you're like, hey man, it was a box of wine. Like, what did you want me to do? You have a cop out. Exactly. You have a cop out both ways. So I feel like you just go in there with with a cape on and a box of wine over your shoulder and a goddamn superhero mask on, and you wait till some lucky woman grabs your keys.
That sounds...
that's what you do.
That sounds like amazing. You got the right attitude for this.
That was nice.
That was beautiful.
I've been thinking about it.
I want to go with you to this party
That's
now.
what. Well, I would say you
You
find
got
the
it
party,
figured
I'll
out.
buy the wine, man.
Yeah.
You got it figured out.
Jesus.
Yeah, you got it figured out.
I want to.
You got the right idea.
I've been waiting. I've been waiting for somebody to pass me a note.
Man,
at
you
the
got your
grocery
shit
store.
together.
Oh, man.
Would you rather sweat nothing but melted cheese no matter every time you sweated,
Right.
or every time you smell, no matter what happens in your nose, the smell of a skunk comes out? Like, you just smell skunk.
So are you sweating melted cheese? Like,
Yes.
let's say it's 60 degrees. It's a nice temperature. The wind is blowing. Am I still sweating melted cheese?
Anywhere you perspire, it's going to be
Anytime.
cheese.
Okay. So anytime I perspire, it's melted cheese.
I'm taking skunk.
Skunk?
Because could you let me ask you this?
Okay.
Could you really this is the first thing I think about when I think about sweating melted cheese.
Yeah.
Is when I'm sleeping. And then you're sleeping in
Sweaty
raunchy,
melted cheese.
sweaty melted cheese every morning when you
Oh.
wake up. You've got to wake up and get out of that bed, and then at some point in that day, come back to that bed, look at what the fuck you just did, and then find a way to go sleep in that same bed that night.
So
no, I'm taking skunk every time, bro.
So I just had an image in my head of both of my dogs standing over me while I'm sleeping and just licking at my body to lick the sweaty cheese off me.
Oh.
And then my wife coming in with like one of those spatula.
Attention, all kinks. Give him his Instagram @ right now.
Right.
This is your opportunity as we speak.
Yes.
So, the frosting knife that you use to spread frosting on? She just comes in with the frosting knife and she's just scooping cheese off me and putting it on her bagel as I'm waking up. I'm like, what are you doing?
Dude, I'd be worried about your cholesterol with all that cheese you're producing.
I'm
People
going
be having fucked up
cheese.
cholesterol around you. Like, you go to the gym and play some ball.
I like
So
cheese.
everybody's
I'm
cholesterol
going
is gonna be
cheese.
fucked up.
Can you imagine playing ball with me? I'm going to get cheese all over the ball.
Can I tell you something though?
Like, I ain't guarding him.
You would be the coolest dude at a professional baseball game.
Fuck
Could you
yeah.
imagine the hot dogs and nachos?
Oh, yeah.
And cheeseburgers and chips and all this other shit, and you were sitting in like the box or
Sure.
behind there, and then all these motherfuckers like, oh, look at this guy, and people are just scraping you with chips.
I'ma charge 'em.
and wiping their hot dogs on you to eat it. Could
For
you
real.
imagine that? Like, people are just gonna be wiping cheese off of you.
It sounds
the
like-
human fountain.
It sounds like a homoerotic dream of just somebody just wiping their hot
That's
dogs on me.
Exactly. I was gonna say we need to put his @ down there. All the kinks that are watching, get it at this guy. He
At
knows
One
what's
Take
up.
Will
Hey,
One
on
Take Will.
Instagram. One Take
Hey,
Will.
at one take will, but you would definitely be being approached at the urinal for sure. Because the ones that didn't get you sitting in the bleacher cheap seats be
Yeah.
finding you in the bathroom.
I'm
Like,
going to lift my sack up and they can get that real from under cheese.
Jesus.
the guys be looking at
From
you at
like
the
that
urinal
Eminem
like,
song.
man, where you been sitting? You go, let me go get my chips real quick.
Every day your mother's going to come over with cheese on her mustache then.
Oh,
Yikes.
damn.
Booyah!
Goodness
Yeah.
gracious.
Yeah,
she
that's
came
a good
with,
one to end
with a
it
side
on.
of cheese.
Yeah. All right.
Came with a side of cheese.
What was your choice though? You didn't.
Would I rather? I would go with the skunk myself.
You go with the skunk.
Only because, I would go with the skunk. I think I couldn't handle all that cheese all over me.
Okay.
I'm
Fair
super active, so I'll be sweating.
Okay.
I'll be fucked up in my workouts. I'll drop a weight on my face. Something would fucked up. I'll drop a dumbbell. It'd be fucked up. I couldn't do pull-ups.
I could just imagine cheese sweating out of your palms while you're trying to do curls.
Imagine me hitting the heavy bag.
You're
Hitting
like,
the heavy
I can't
bag.
hang on to the dumbbells. Ah!
Could you imagine me trying to hand wrap my hands before I do the fucking heavy bag and
Cheese
shit?
is just oozing out from
oozing
between
out.
the wraps.
Could you imagine trying to spot that guy? Like as a spotter at the gym?
No!
Like this guy, he's trying to bench and he's sitting here and he's just like,
help me out,
help
bro?
me out, bro! And all of a sudden just cheese just all over the barbell and you're like,
Oh my god! Or the guy that's got to use the machine after that guy too. Like
Hashtag things that people do that piss me off. The cheese guy at the gym wants me to spot him.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Well, I got a couple questions for you guys. Some little
Let's do it.
hypotheticals. There's some hypotheticals.
Oh, okay.
Some
Okay.
hypotheticals.
So
Is that similar to a would you rather?
it's kind of like a would you rather, but it's more of a hypothetical thing,
All right.
I guess. They're not like real scenarios. I created them myself.
Fair enough.
Okay, so let's say you were held at gunpoint, and the guy holding you at gunpoint asks you both to impress him with your dance moves, and if you don't impress him, you gonna die. So what first moves or what direction you guys gonna go with your dance moves?
I already know.
Chad.
I am fake Michael Jackson grabbing my crotch, head down, and looking down, front kicking this man in the nuts, and I'm running. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to fucking work because anytime any man puts his hand on his crotch in front of somebody, everybody looks at him. And that's the distraction right there. And I'm just going to be like, ow! And it's just going to be good.
That was gonna be my question too. Were you gonna be the ow or the ho? I didn't know which one you were gonna yell.
I was going to go with straight up sprinkler, and as I'm coming around, just slap the gun out of his hand and run. Same scenario. I'm
The
running.
sprinkler, like
Yeah, I'm going.
nice.
And then in my pop back, I'm knocking the gun out of his hand.
Nice. So you guys were doing more capoeira, like that dancing, fighting.
exactly.
Yeah, fight dancing. We're going to pull some stuff out of West Side Story on him.
Nice.
Yeah. Some West Side Story on
My
him.
scared ass probably would have went in straight up dance. I would have brought out like the Running Man, some
Yeah.
fucking MC Hammer type shit. I don't
The
know what I would
Running
have did.
Man.
I would have panicked.
Sounds like you would have died.
I would have probably died. He would be like, "What the hell are you doing?" Shout out to the old timers with the dance moves.
Shout out the OG dancers.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, all I got is a sprinkler. That's all I got. Mate, I can't do the robot.
That's what she said.
Oh. That was good.
By she, he meant your mama.
Damn!
Ooh.
I'm getting double burned here. Give me some burn cream
Double
up in this
burn-
bitch.
Some burn cream.
Hell yeah, some burn gel. All right, I got another
If
one
you were
for
if you were sweating melted cheese, that would be a perfect burn cream.
That would be.
nice.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I would actually.
For sure.
I would definitely put it on
Isn't
a
that
piece
what
of
you
toast.
settled on? You settled on?
Yeah,
the
I want
sweating
melted cheese. Yeah.
You really?
I'm good. I'm good with cheese.
I guess so. You're gonna have to be now.
For sure.
It's a little late to go back on that one.
You'd be like Nacho Libre, the real guy.
Yeah.
Because we chasing you with chips all day.
I'd call you queso fondito for life.
Ooh,
sure.
Ooh, I like that name.
I
like that.
literally would call you queso fondito for life.
Cute,
It's
man.
like this melted cheese dip. It's
No
fucking great.
woman could resist my dick because it tastes like cheese.
Interesting.
I mean,
And I'd squirt cheese
let
whiz.
me, but here's the thing: it would have to be sweaty dick every time. Then,
What if you
I
busted?
can make that happen. I'm
Of
fat
course.
enough for that.
of course, he's like, I can make that happen. He's
Oh,
like,
man.
challenge accepted.
Right.
Yeah,
It's all.
Be like,
This ain't
sweaty
ricotta.
dick.
This
Be
ain't
like,
your
she
ricotta
wants
cheese.
sweaty dick. I give her that sweaty dick. Jesus,
And she will accept that
Oh,
ricotta
Lord
cheese.
have mercy.
she will accept. Said
It's more
ricotta
like
cheese.
it's more like cheese whiz. It's gonna come out like
Cheese
cheese whiz.
Does she have to shake it first?
She might have to.
She might have to shake it first.
Yeah, she might have to shake the bottle.
Don't shake it more than twice, or you're just playing with it.
That's right.
what they say.
That's what they say.
We
Let's
like
say-
different.
Let's say you were guaranteed this reality show, no matter what your topic's going to be, it's guaranteed going to air. So that like, okay, your idea is going to run. We want to hear what your idea is going to be. So let's say your reality show. What are you going to have in your reality show?
Oh, my reality show?
Yeah.
Okay, So this is a real easy one for me.
Okay.
I'm going to have. It's gonna be like an exotic bar nightclub. Okay?
Interesting.
And the reality show is going to be the staff. And those are going to be the characters that are going to be played. And
All
you're
right.
going to have some exotic manager, and it'll be in like Miami or Dallas or LA or something like that, or Nashville.
All right.
And then, because I'm going to tell you right now, I worked in restaurants for 10 years. And I've worked in many restaurants. I have fornicated in every single one I've ever worked at in my life.
Wow.
So, with that being said, think about what really goes on between staff at restaurants. Is a movie, and that's why people get addicted to the culture of them. And I'm telling you, if like all those below deck shows and all those cruise ship things, that barely scratches the motherfucking surface of like, because the best part would be is you would have to find a way to film it without telling them.
Man, that sounds amazing. And he just gave us a scoop from the inside. He has his own experience. He was on the inside.
Absolutely.
And it was for real, man. That's cool,
Absolutely.
man. That's cool. What about you, Will?
So, I would think that there was a place we used to work at, and I think we should make that place into a reality show.
The Factory?
Yes.
Man, that place was hot.
And I'm pretty sure people would watch it. You said it'll air no matter what, so no
Yeah,
matter
you're guaranteed to
what
air.
kind of things happen, like if a guy gets killed on live TV, you know.
Yeah, people used to lose limbs on these machines, and they were like
Yeah, that
coded
happened.
protocols to do, like if somebody like cut or even bled on a machine, like you're supposed to take stuff apart, take it all down. These
That
guys would
didn't
have
happen.
this machine ready in a half hour back to making things that we ain't gonna go the way
Yeah,
they
we're
do,
not gonna give it away. I'll tell you off camera what this place was. But yeah, people would lose appendages.
That would
and
be an interesting show.
They would remove the appendage. They would get the person out of the building. They'd have the machine cleaned up very poorly.
That might have to be
and
one of
back
those
up and
like
running.
Netflix documentaries, you know, where they can show you that that stuff that you won't never see on channel regular
I think
channels.
that would make a great
Episode
reality
18
TV
is,
show.
is heavy.
right.
It's heavy.
This
It's a
reality
heavy
show
one.
kind of, I felt that. Oof.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah,
Oof.
got a
Yeah.
little tingle.
No, the inside of a restaurant show, that or I tell you what, man. Watching old women chase young men is hilarious.
Like
to me.
cougars? Like,
yes.
Like for relationship
Yeah,
wise?
yeah.
Okay.
So like
okay.
if you had like 10 21-year-old boys
Right.
and a smoking hot 45-year-old, I'm talking like J-Lo, smoking hot 50-year-old woman,
Yeah.
and 10 21-year-old boys, and you do it like The Bachelor.
Interesting.
Wow.
Do you know what? And you know what I'm saying? Like
Oh,
how
yeah.
compelling that would be to watch.
It'd be interesting.
To watch all these like young kids miserably
Gameless.
gameless.
Gameless
Exactly.
youngsters.
That's the way to put it. A bunch of gameless youngsters try to slay this absolute 10 stallion of a
Knockout
woman.
of a woman.
Yeah, just knockout of a woman at 50. And I feel like that would be a beautiful
That'd be
idea
cool.
for
That'd
the
be
show.
cool.
It's like being level 1 and trying to slay the dragon at the end of the game.
Oh my
Correct.
gosh.
Exactly. Honestly, that we should start the show and call
Hey.
it level 1.
That
Ooh,
happened.
that's beautiful. Fantastic.
That happened.
There we go. That just happened.
We
That
got
just
a new
happened
show.
on Menti
we're
Venti.
we're millionaires right now.
We're gonna start a new show.
At
Yeah,
Lachette-
we're gonna start a new show.
At Lachette Records.
Atlas
LLC.
Records.
Yeah.
LLC.
That happened right
It
here
happened right here.
on Menti Vent,
Oh.
episode
It did.
18. Well, your mama even saw it.
Y'all can't tell me that would be amazing.
No, that would be
TV.
amazing.
Could you imagine? And not only that, but like if they did it from like let's just say they did 15 21-year-old boys or whatever, and then you just plucked one out of a random university. So like none of these dudes knew each other either, and then all of these dudes all lived in the same house,
Hey.
and then she lived in the mansion across the street.
So I got to spin on that.
and then it's 21 boys in this house, and like on this side.
So I got to
this
spin on
one
that. You have
mega
some.
MILF.
You have to have some educated boys for sure, and then you
Oh,
got to
yeah.
have some Joe Schmoes. And my guess would be the tatted up Joe Schmo was the one who's probably gonna win.
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
'Cause-
man.
and it's so crazy, but that is really just how life works.
The one
It's
who's got
fucked.
about 2 brain cells to rub together. He's outside doing yard work with all his tats.
Yeah.
His main
He's gonna
answer for
win.
every question was before everything even started.
Like, what do you want? Oh, for sure.
He's
got
like
a-
that kid with the no regrets tattoo from
Yeah,
RV.
no regrets.
That kid wins everything, and that's
Like,
why
no
he still
regrets.
thinks that way.
No regrets. Why is your tattoo spelled wrong? It's not spelled wrong. That's that guy.
That's that guy. Yeah.
My
She
reality-
wants to bang that guy.
Yeah, for some reason.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right. So I got one more like little what if scenario for you guys.
The
Yeah.
what ifs.
Oh,
Yeah.
what if?
Ooh.
Yeah, I got some
Like-
what ifs.
What if what?
What if? So, what if you guys could every time you
I
guys
love that
snapped your
shit.
fingers,
Uh-huh.
it would make you time travel, but you couldn't control it. Every time you snap your fingers, you would time travel just to a random place in time.
Forwards
you
or
right now.
backwards?
Yes.
Let me tell
just
you
like
what.
random.
The only time I would ever use that is if my girlfriend was arguing at me, and I would snap right in her face.
Right in the middle of the
Right,
argument.
right in the middle of the argument, I'd just be like, you know what? Fuck you. And then I'm just gone.
Hey.
And then she can't do shit. That's
want-
the ultimate use for that.
I want to declare that the number one answer. But go ahead, Will. What's your shit? What do you think on that?
The number one answer.
I have no topper for that. I would probably use it all the time, but that's fantastic. I would just use it to visit places. I'd be like, I'm bored with this. Next.
Yeah.
I wonder how many snaps it would take you to get back where you started. Like where
I
when
think
you come back.
That's the really good
Yeah.
question. Because if you what if you snap yourself into the middle of the ocean? Like, is there accuracy behind this thing? Like,
Right.
are you really playing Russian roulette every time you snap your
Ooh.
fingers?
Ooh, now
But
we're
I can
getting-
tell you right now, even with that Russian roulette, I'm still snapping in the middle of an argument though. Be like,
For sure.
"You bitch."
It's got to happen.
Every time.
You're never going to win anyway. Bam. Bam. I'm out.
No, yeah, I'm not winning.
It's
Woo.
over.
You
And
can say whatever you want.
You
ain't
only
winning.
have to
Snap
have
it.
that argument once.
Yeah, and
It'll
and
never happen again.
Yeah, she'll never try to argue. She'll be like, "Did he just?"
And you're gone forever.
Yeah, and then you're gone.
That would be a more valid point when they're like, no, he didn't. Like, he just did.
No, he did.
No,
He totally
he
did.
didn't.
Oh,
totally did.
no, he did.
Oh man.
No, he didn't.
Wow.
So, like I said before, in random parts of this episode, we've all been kind of dropping bombs on there. This episode is called
Like your mom dropped a bomb.
Yo Mama.
Yo, mama.
Your mama.
Yo, mama.
Yo, mama.
So that's what it's all about. So I got some clever ones. We're about to drop a little segment on you guys. We're going to hit you with a little bit of Yo Mama jokes. So here they go.
All right.
Yo Mama's so scary that the government declared Halloween on her birthday.
Damn, that's good.
Your mama's so old, when she left the museum, the alarm went off.
Yo, mama is so fat that when her beeper goes off, people think she's backing up.
Ouch.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Your mama is so big, she needs a mattress for a maxi pad.
Your mama's so old, she knew Yoda when he was young.
Oh. Your mama's so old, when she was in school, there was no history class.
The gap in your mama's teeth is so big, she could floss with a tube sock.
I like that one.
Your mama is so big, when she jumps in the air, she would get stuck.
Damn. Your mama teeth so yellow when she smiled, traffic slow down.
Your mama is so fat, it'd take an entire sun cycle for her to walk around her house.
Your mama is... That is disgusting.
That is disgusting.
That's like saying your mama wakes up in sections. That's how big your mama is. If your mama's so big that she wakes, not only does she wake up in sections, if she fought it right now, it wouldn't come out till about Wednesday. That's how big your mama is.
Your mama is so fat, she actually needs to hibernate for the winter.
I'm dead, y'all. I'm fucking dead. Oh my god.
And that's what we're talking about when we
Your
talking
mama,
about your mama.
your mama's so dumb she thought Budweiser was an intelligence program for assholes.
Oh.
Your mama's so fat her moans sound like the Kool-Aid Man. Oh yeah.
Your mama's house so small, you gotta go outside just to change your mind.
Your mama's so hairy, she needed a lawnmower for herself.
Damn.
She needed a lawnmower for herself.
Damn.
Oh my god, you know what that reminds me of? You know those fucking Instagram ads, the Dr. Squatch ads?
Yes.
That's like, your mama's so hairy, she needs Dr. Squatch soap.
Oh, dang. I saw your mama putting lipstick on her forehead. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm trying to make up my mind right now. Okay, so I'm gonna end at Mamas. We ended with the Yo Mamas, and
And-
we're gonna take it to my man Chad, our first guest, on Meant to Vent. Chad happens to be the co-founder and producer and main executive producer of his own record label called Lachette Records.
Yes, sir.
He's
And
the guy.
we're happy to be here. Like I said, if you
Yep.
guys get a chance to check out my channel, I do an interview with him and one of his partners,
Great job.
and also a couple of his artists.
We did it at my house, at my home studio too.
Yep.
Really cool lighting job. It was a really well done interview. If you
Had a
like-
blast.
Yeah, if you really like watching those sorts of things, that's when you should watch. He did a really good job.
So this guy here is a real young entrepreneur. He's on the move. He's got a mission. He's on a come up. And me and my man Will here would like you to see some of the things he's talking about. Some of his new projects. And
Absolutely.
so why don't you give us a scoop, man?
So we were
The platform is all yours.
so last fall in 2019, I was staying in this tiny little apartment, not too far from like where I live now. So one of my friends who like a dude who I was eating ham with, like I'm talking like we were paying $200 for a room in Ipsy type, hangout.
All right.
Like we were buying Lucy's from the same corner store together. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
So and that's how deep we go back. And now he's married and he's got things going on in his life that are amazing, and I'm super happy for him. And I asked him to come rap for my label, and he brought one of his buddies from work over.
Okay.
And his buddy from work is a man by the name of Marquise Griffin. And Marquise Griffin goes by the stage name of QG. And when those two came over, Terrence and Marquise T. Dish and QG, we recorded a song called Cut Like that came out on an album. And that was
song is fire.
the first time they ever stepped into my apartment to record music. Like that's the song they recorded, and it made the album.
That's
like
awesome.
that's like like for somebody also like Jaime who's like has been in music before, that's like unheard of.
That's a dope track.
For the first thing you ever record to come out like that. So we knew we had something really great with him, and Marquise showed a different level of commitment than I guess we had seen in some of the other aspects and some of the other artists that we had been working with. I had tried to release music in a couple of different ways in the last 2.5 years without with some success, like a couple tens of thousands of streams, you know what I'm saying, throughout
Okay.
whatever, and like with some listening and some things followed, but like it wasn't like where we wanted it to go. So we had learned from a bunch of mistakes, and if you're trying to release music in any serious way and you don't have a marketing budget, you are wasting your time.
That's what
Oh,
you gotta
wow.
do, man.
100%. Like, especially in nowadays, if you're not willing to at least put in the $300, $500 range a month into your music,
Right.
you're probably wasting your time. Probably. I can't speak on every situation because every situation is different, but in my experience and everything I've seen from this,
Yeah.
that's about the number range that you're going to be looking at for at least a fraction of the return you're expecting as an artist.
I could see that.
And then so what we did is we got a bunch of music together, and we're really happy with the product that we have. We're very happy with the product that we have. We just dropped our first single on June 5th. It's called Death Race. We're
Sick joint.
yeah, I was gonna say we've jumped, I think it's like 400 or 500 followers on his Instagram page, and since what are we, the 13th today, in 8 days.
Yeah.
So
Damn, that's
yeah,
amazing.
yeah, and then we did another we're doing 400 or 500 streams a day on that song right now. So that's pretty exciting results. And
Is that a good number? 400 or 500 a day?
I mean, here's the deal. I'm not going to say it's good or bad. Anybody who would tell you anything tells you it, and I'm going to say it too, it's not anything in the grand scheme of things.
Right.
But for the start of where it is, just with, especially considering the amount of things we're putting into it, it's encouraging.
Okay.
Heck
That's
yeah.
So that's about the best way I can put that.
Yeah.
With music, it's about being consistent and maintaining the level of quality throughout your music, but then also showing people that you're versatile. But based on these things, that's the most cool part about music.
Yeah.
Is it really does bring people together no matter what.
It's
agree with you.
definitely one of the universal languages. And on that, I want to touch on, I mean, not that I want to touch on, no, but I ain't touching nobody. No,
Yo mama wants to touch on that.
She wants
Your
to-
mama wants to touch me.
Right. So,
Yo mama's already touched me.
Whoa!
ouch.
It was okay.
Ouch.
Yo mama and my mama touch.
It was
It was like shaking hands with an eagle.
well. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Where did that one fly out of?
It was like trying to climb the pole in gym class.
Yeah.
Yeah, with minus the good feeling in the hips.
Right?
No, I'm just playing. But I would like to thank y'all for, checking us out. Me and my man Will over here, we're having a blast doing this. So,
Absolutely.
so if you guys like this, send us a like and a subscription.
It's
you know,
Philippine.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Like I said, we're having a blast doing this. It's a blast. And we want to thank our guest over here, Chad, for coming
thank you
by.
guys.
And
I had so much fun, man. For real.
touching
Like
us,
I really did. You guys got some great topics. I had a lot of fun.
heck yeah, man.
And
got
do you
to
have
see-
anything you want to plug? Go ahead. Take the time to plug it away.
Yeah, so we'll put this right here, just right here.
There you go.
Lachette Records LLC. We're on Instagram, Facebook. If you want any mixing, mastering, beats, music, if you want any of that done, please get through us through there. There's an email attachment, phone number. If you need anything, let us know.
So, on that note, we want to thank you once again for coming by. And this has been another episode of
Mint.
To Vent.
All right, and we out.
We're out of here.